All right, guys. Good morning, everybody. We had a really good trading day. So the market gapped up. I don't see any reason specifically for the market to gap up and just run up, except that, as you know, the last week a lot of tech companies are starting to lay off. I think today we had, I woke up with the Bloomberg notification that Spotify let go 6% of their workforce. I had a friend actually in Google that he got laid off on Friday. He got a really good severance package, though, I must say. But anyways, that's the most important part. That the Wall Street is under pressure by Federal Reserve. That obviously the Wall Street put the pressure on these big companies that do something, show something, just show that the price is coming down, and essentially they're pushing them to cut costs a little bit, and that cost by letting people go essentially trickles down to the economy, and then obviously the interest rates are going to go lower and lower. So it's just a game of Wall Street and these executives. These companies don't have to do the layoff. Like Google has like billions of dollars in their balance sheet, but when they're cutting off, they're sending this message that okay, stop being so hawkish and this financial tightening, and they're essentially doing that. And when they let go, they're thinking that at least they're not going to hire another year or so, because my friend got almost 10 months of severance package. So that doesn't make sense to let someone go and then rehire them again in 6 months. So they're going to at least see for in a couple of years of a slowdown in employment. um, but anyways, so that's the thing. I think AMD and NVIDIA, the semiconductors are very strong today. Obviously, they were really beaten up last year because of that semiconductor bill and the pressure on the China and Taiwan. And AMD and NVIDIA, they're really sold off, and they're really leading the charge right now. AMD is up 7%. AMD was strong at the open. I tried to catch one opening range break up on it, 1 minute opening range break up on it, and just failed on it, and stopped. I got stopped out on the below the market, but I kind of knew that it's going to bounce back. I kind of got this feeling that this 1 minute opening range breakouts are really not that trustable these days, and I kind of knew that it's going to come up. As soon as it came out, bounced back from the VWAP, I went long heavy at 72, sold 72.75, and this is the high of pre-market, 72.75. And what happened was that it just continued going higher. I saw a huge ask at 74, added heavy on that, went up and 75, and now we're actually trading above 75.20, 75.27. So that was a really solid run. Not only we made the loss back, but a lot of profit on it. So that's one trade that I did. The another one was Tesla. Tesla was same thing. Tesla was gapping up. Again, Tesla was also a company that was really beaten up. Sold off. 1 minute opening range breakdown, came up very strong. Very solid above. I went long for the break of high of the day. In that time was 136, and essentially go up to 136.59. So it did pop up a little bit choppiness here. Bounced back my break-even point. So I kind of my rule was kind of messed up here, because when I take a partial, I don't let it come down to after the break even. But came back up. I added more, and we had a really nice run up to R4 at 137. I added back again at 137, and we went all the way up to 139.50. So I actually sold at 139.40. So up there. So that was a really nice profitable trade on Tesla as well. I'm also I'm also long Tesla synthetically by selling 300 contract at 80. So that's also really well into the money. So that's essentially my trade. CRM was also a quick trade that CRM was gapping up, but it really opened really weak. I did a 1 minute opening range breakdown on it. After I tried to got out of it here, but apparently I made a mistake and I had a little bit of shares left, so I slowly covered that. But that was just really not the trade that I wanted to be there. The stock was gapping up, so we were dealing with the strongest stock, and 1 minute opening range breakdown, and we got to be careful because the stock was gapping up and the market wasn't strong. So that's why I really didn't like that. And that was it. That was essentially my trades. And as you see, CRM is actually coming back up. So slowly came back up. So Brian, how was your trade?
I did a short on PLRX. It was a trade I call my lead balloon trade. So we were gapping up, but trading below the VWAP on PLRX going into the open. And it was looking weak as we got closer and closer to the open of the day. And yeah, so I just shorted it and got that nice first little drop, and then covered the rest around 33.70. So got in about 34, yeah, 40. Other than that, I traded Tesla with you, 136, and yeah, just kept partialing out. 137, 138, hoping to get to 140 here, 139, and hoping to get 140 for the rest of it. But yeah, so that was a good day.
Yeah, you mentioned that in the daily chart, Tesla seems that it wants to go all the way up to 150, huh? It broke down all of these channels going to the downside, so it looks really good and solid. Yeah, it was a really, really nice solid trade that we had. All right, perfect. And we see, pretty much everything. The Chinese sector also really going down. Like we see NIO is also up 10% now at the open. It's just a really strong move up. I know Carlos is trading it a lot. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much. Looking forward to more layoffs this week. Hopefully the market is going to go higher. All the best, guys.
Yeah.